Are you guys ready to do this? Yeah. That's good. We've got everyone here, the whole crowd. You know, I'm not going to tell you guys how to behave on planet Earth because you all look like fairly functional humans. But when I see something this good, I can't help but just kind of make a bit of a squeal, bit of a noise, bit of a clap, bit of a cheer. Can we get that started today? That song just can't help but just make something move in you, hey? It's that idea that there is someone else that is required for you to just live an awesome life. You know, it's the thing that, well, there's so many things, but one of the things that differentiates humans from the other animals walking on the planet is that they tend to stay within their bloodline. It's the people they do stuff with. But one of the beautiful things about being human is that we've looked outside the family group. We said, no, mum, dad, none of them are going to marry any of you. I'm going to look around. I'm going to find someone that would make me better. Find someone that would make my life amazing. Someone that would give me a hop in my step, smile on my face. And I am of the belief that you guys have done that today. My name is Joshua Withers. I'm a civil marriage celebrant, authorized by law to marry people according to the law. And today, something really, really valuable is happening. And it's obviously on the invite. If you haven't read it, today's a wedding. But even greater than that, we are just celebrating the fact that today, not only are we doing the thing that we all talk about, that loving, that outwardly giving of love, but today we are loved. That we could celebrate the fact that we've let down those barriers, we've opened the gate, opened the door, and we can invite someone in and welcome them messing everything up. And somehow find complete and utter joy in that process. See, I think it's not necessarily easy, but it's not that hard to love something. Like most of us in the last week would have made some kind of statement like, I love pizza, bacon, a car, a brand. To give that love outwardly is such a normal thing. But to humble yourself and to let someone else in, to welcome them in, not just to begrudgingly let them in, but to welcome them in, literally hand them an invitation, say, will you marry me? that willingness to accept someone else into your life, and not just to stand by you, but to actually work with you. That is such a humbling and a powerful act. And that is what we're celebrating today. And the two of you couldn't do that without these people. That's why you're here. That, and apparently you're also the best gift givers they know, so thank you for that. Except checks and credit, no. I joke, but you're the best people they know. That because of you, Alex and Laura are leading a better life. Because of you, they can stand here today and boldly and confidently say, I take you as my husband, I take you as my wife. So I wanted to acknowledge that. Thank you for being a spectacular group of humans. Give yourselves a round of applause. And I wanted to acknowledge that and get a commitment out of you before anything happens up here in any kind of commitment process. See, I was hoping I could ask all of you to just be committed wholly and solely to being that one group of people that are set aside from the rest of the people on earth. That you would just be the people that would just forever be cheering them on. That we could count on you to be the ones that would just like them, shout them a beer, encourage them, like it on Facebook. That you would be the people that would just cheer them on. Have we got a cheer squad? Yeah, good. You see, what we're seeing right here, this is 100% your fault. That because you were friends and family and you taught them how to be the people they are individually, they can now stand here together as a couple and soon to be a married couple. And they can do that, and it's all your fault because you've been good friends and good family to them. So thank you, and thank you for being their cheer squad. Give yourselves another round of applause. That is true. They're all good people, aren't they? I didn't lie. It's a gross assumption. I didn't check with you. But I thought, knowing the two of you, you wouldn't invite any terrible people to your wedding. Marriage is so very simple. It's the two of you together forever. If we wanted to, we could probably end the ceremony just there. Like that's it. That's what you're signing up for today. And let's not be foolish about it. You guys signed up for it well before today. That today isn't necessarily the kind of starting gun where we kind of race from here. You've been racing for some time now. But in this moment, we acknowledge that. We give it a value. We're grateful for it. We give it a presence in our life. And we look forwards to tomorrow, to next week, to next year, to the next decade, to the next billion years. And we joyfully and happily say, I'm so glad I'll be by you. And that you can face that future so confidently and so happily, because you know that the person you're holding hands with right now will not just be cheering you on, but they'll be with you. Even if it's a crazy idea, even if it's a little bit silly, that you know that they've got your best interests at heart. You see, I hear people talk about marriage in so many different ways, like people call it a social construct, and some people call it a religious thing, and some people call it legal things, and there's all different views on marriage. But me, I think this is a mind game. This is a mental game. That the two of you today are finding this beautiful mental health place where you can just know that everything is okay because you are loved. That you can boldly walk out the door and just tackle whatever the world throws at you because of what you committed to today. That's the exciting thing today. Not the rings and the marriage certificates and like we'll have an awesome party later, but the real thing today is that future, that path you're walking down where you guys are just 1% smarter than everyone else because you know that you've got this awesome love. Marriage, according to the law, is just as simple. They define it as a union. It's a solemn and a binding commitment defined as a union between two people entered into voluntarily for life to the exclusion of all others. It's just you two together forever. Full stop. It's not too complicated. It's not too weird. It's the kind of thing you don't have to go back to the book to remember. You don't have to Google it. Someone sees the ring on your finger. You're married. What does that mean? Like, well, let me Google it. Be a long, weird life if you had to Google it every time. But the commitment you make today, we just breathe it into life. And you've just got this beautiful path forward purely because of the words we spoke today. And luckily for me, there's no greater words that can be spoken today than by you. So I would love to give you both the opportunity to say those words today, to quite literally breathe your marriage into life.
Laura, I vow to nurture this love that we have for one another each and every day. I vow to always protect your heart and care for it like it's my own. I vow to encourage you in all of the things that bring you joy. I vow to always honour you. I vow to always shoulder shimmy at you in the kitchen cooking dinner. And I vow to continually seek growth with you. I vow to always thank you for agreeing that the car in front of us has no idea what they're doing. I vow to always be kind to you. I vow to always give my best for our family. I vow to support you as you change and grow along this life journey. I vow to never give up on you. I vow to never end the day without telling you that I love you. I vow to always value every sunset with you. I vow to love every grey hair and wrinkle you earn as we grow old together. And no matter what we experience through life as individuals or together as a married couple, I vow to always be there for you. I vow to love you until the end of my days.
And everyone shared.
I vow to nurture this love we have for one another each and every day. I vow to always protect your heart and care for it like it's my own. I vow to encourage you in all of the things that bring you joy. I vow to always honour you. I vow to always enjoy your shoulder shimmying while in the kitchen cooking dinner. I vow to continually seek growth with you. I vow to always agree that the person driving in front of us has no idea what they're doing. I vow to always be kind to you. I vow to always give my best for our family. I vow to support you as you change and grow along in this life journey. I vow to never give up on you. I vow to never end the day without telling you I love you. I vow to always value every sunset with you. I vow to love every grey hair and wrinkle that you'll earn as we grow old together. No matter what we experience through life, as individuals or together as a married couple, I vow to always be there for you. I vow to love you until the end of my days.
To take each other as your husband and wife, it's a bold statement. Some people might not believe you, so you need evidence so that as you walk through earth, they can say, yeah, Alex really is a real guy that I'm married to. I've got a ring. Which is ridiculous, of course, because no one would ever question that you're married. But we wear these rings, and they call them wedding rings. And I'm forever on a quest to figure out what they mean and why would we wear them. And ultimately, this is your marriage. These are your rings. And as you wear them, ideally, you would wear them because you want to wear them. They mean that you've done something. For example, maybe they mean that today you got married. And if that's all they were, then they would be a lovely, beautiful, expensive souvenir. But my hope and my prayer for you both is that it will be more than that. They would symbolize not just that you got married, not just that you are married, but this ring would just be this little notification on your finger, this little hot button that would just remind you of so many things that are important. That would remind you that everything is okay. That would remind you that the best is yet to come. That as you wear it, as you turn it, as I always find myself doing, that it would just be this reset in your brain that would just remind you that you are loved. And I've said that a number of times today for a reason, because if you can just get that straight in your mind, then that makes everything else okay. Because, and I don't want to, put you off, but there could be a day at some point in the future where Laura says something absolutely crazy. Hypothetically, I'm sure it's never happened. And maybe one day Alex could say something crazy stupid. It'll never happen, I'm sure. But that is just one of those beautiful fleeting moments that means you're existing on the planet as a human. And as much as the ring doesn't save you from that, it's just a little reset in your mind to remind you that you are loved by this person. That as crazy as that thought might be, maybe it's an okay one. As stupid as an idea as that might be, it might just be a good one. That as you walk through life, that you'll just develop empathy and love because you know that you're loved. So talking about those rings, do they exist in any manner? Hey, can we get a round of applause for our ring bearer? So, Alex, if that sounds like the kind of marriage you would like to be deeply involved in, then can I ask you to put that ring on Laura's finger and repeat after me? I call upon everyone present to witness.
Let's get the song first.
I call upon everyone present to witness.
I call on everyone present to witness that I, Alexander Edward Sesniak, take you, Laura Rachel Milburn, as my lawfully wedded wife.
And everyone cheered. And Laura, would you like to put a ring on it?
I call upon everyone present to witness that I, Laura Rachel Milburn, take you, Alexander Edward Sesniak, as my lawfully wedded husband.
So there's only a few things left to do. We have to make sure the beer is gone and pass out. But before that, speeches, dancing, etc. Everyone's got to give you a hug after the ceremony, get some photos. We've got to sign some paperwork, so we'll do that in a second, and then after that, walk down the aisle. But before all of that, I just wanted to say that and I know for a fact that all of us here are so extraordinarily proud of you. You've both done something really, really good today. Which is why I can say with great fervour, great excitement, that I can now pronounce you husband and wife. Congratulations.